now. We on? All right.
Are we good?
Okay, we're on TV. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and fans of Garden City Sports. You are watching Garden City basketball here on BBS TV Channel 21, live on YouTube and on KBFZ 101.7. We're going to go over the starting lineups right now. First, for Holcomb, we have number 0. That is Chesney McVeigh, 5'6" junior.
For Garden City, number 3, Alyssa Long, a 5'5" senior.
Up next for the Lady Longhorns, we have number 2. That is Ebony Spain. She is a 5'6" junior also.
For the Lady Buffaloes, number 4, Abby Dart, a 5'5" senior.
We're going to go next to the Lady Longhorns. Up next, we have number 5. That is Zoe Engler. She is a 5'8" senior.
And for the Lady Buffaloes, another senior on the lineup, number 12, Lexi Hogan.
And for the Lady Longhorns, looks like we have number 13. That is Madison Ruda, a 5'7" freshman. Wow, a freshman already in the lineup.
And for the Lady Buffaloes, the last senior to be on the starting lineup, number 14, Kyra Bellows.
And for the Lady Longhorns, up next, and last but certainly not least, we have a number 22. That is Brianna McVeigh. She's a 5'6" senior out of Holcomb High School. Excited to see the Lady Longhorns here to face off against Garden City Buffaloes.
And rounding out the lineup for your Garden City Lady Buffaloes is number 15, Josie Calzanetti, a 5'10" junior. Hunter, I can't wait to get this game started. Give us a couple of expectations for tonight.
You know, what I think about tonight for the Garden City Buffaloes, you know, they like to start off fast early, you know, getting up enough points in the lead, and then they do a great job on defense. Like last night against Palmer Ridge, they did a press defense in the beginning, and it just really seemed to work for them, being able to get the ball back on their offense, put up more points, and then obviously keep that defense because they're very confident in it. And I just think that's what Garden City's going to do tonight. On the Holcomb side, they lost last night. So I think they're still kind of licking their wounds a little bit. So they're ready to play here against Garden City. And I'm actually very excited. I like to call this the Finney County Roundup here because, you know, Holcomb and Garden City's both in Finney County, and it's going to be a very, very fun game to watch.
As we were set for tip-off, jumping for the Lady Buffaloes is Kyra Bellows and Zoe Engler for the Lady Longhorns. As the Buffaloes get a quick start to the game as Abby Dart takes it to the hole for the first 2 points of the game as Ebony Sapien is set to bring the ball down for the Lady Longhorns here. As Sapien gets the ball right back as she's looking for McVeigh on the outside and gives it back to Madison Ruda, and as Ruda is looking for something open here as she gets the ball back to Sapien up top.
Again,
and back to Engler, excuse me, sorry.
Again, like I said, they're getting off to a fast start here, winning that tip-off. Already got 2 points on the board, and they're very confident in this defense here, keeping the Longhorns at bay.
And that was a fast foul committed by Abby Dart, the first foul of the game, as well as the first foul for Dart. As Ruda is set to pass the ball in bounds as she gives it to Sapien.
You know, Isaiah, anything about basketball, a big thing is turnovers and fouls. Garden City's going to have to watch here early in the game, make sure they're not turning over the ball a lot or fouling a lot, because free throws will add up. They're like pennies. Even though they don't matter too much, it's still worth something.
Yeah, as McVeigh is open at the top for a three-pointer and
wow,
sinks the first three-point attempt for the game to get the lead to 1 for the Lady Longhorns, and that was a great job by Chesney McVeigh to just look for the wide open spot on the court, and great job by her teammates to be able to find her, as there is an early turnover committed by Alyssa Long as she stepped out of bounds. A great job by the Horns to put that pressure on Long and commit that turnover.
You know, that was actually, I'm going to have to agree with you. Great job by McVeigh finding that three-pointer and just sinking it like the Titanic. And then, of course, this Lady Longhorn defense was reminding me of the Buffalo defense last night, swarming the ball, and really, if the Buffaloes got a pass, it's almost like they regretted it. So it's great to see the Longhorns putting pressure early on the Buffaloes.
And that was a turnover committed by Ruda as Abby Dart is bringing the ball down, set up to bring the offense down. As she gets the ball to Lexi Hogan on the outside, as there is another turnover committed by Josie Calzanetti, as Sapien is ready to take the ball down the court and shoots and misses her first three-point attempt of the game as Lexi Hogan comes down with the rebound. Abby Dart set to push the pace, gives it to Josie Calzanetti and misses her layup attempt. Down with the rebound is Engler and is looking to push the ball down the court.
You know, that is 2 times that they have turned over the ball consecutively to the Longhorns. And the Longhorns are going to have to finish it. I mean, they got very lucky there getting the turnover there, but they're going to have to finish putting points on the board.
And this is a fast start by the Lady Longhorns as they're up to a 3-point lead here with 5:30 left in the very first quarter, as Dart is calling out an offense and looking for the first pass here in this offense.
Great job by the Longhorns putting in that fast start already. Up 3 points, 5-2, 5 minutes, 16 seconds left in the first period. And there was a foul called against the Longhorns.
As Long gives the ball out to Abby Dart, who gives it right back to Alyssa and shoots, but misses her first three-point attempt of the game. And down at the rebound is Sapien, who gets it out quickly and is looking to score and gives it to the other McVeigh on the court as she scores her first 2 baskets of the game, and that is Brianna McVeigh. Obviously, her sister, Ches McVeigh, hit the first three-point attempt of the game earlier on.
You know, great job by the Longhorns getting their hands in there, creating pressure for the Buffaloes, putting pressure on those passing lanes. Really, I think that really does what wins games, is putting pressure early on a basketball team. Really not sets their standards low, but really just putting a lot on the team early. As we get a 30-second timeout here for the Garden City Buffaloes. You know, it's almost not surprising, because I know that the Lady Longhorns can start off lightning quick, and they are showing it here against the Buffaloes. And let's just see what the Buffaloes do and what Coach Pfeiffer has up his sleeves for the Lady Buffaloes here.
And speaking of the Longhorns, who are currently 0-3 and still searching for that first win, and the Buffaloes, who are coming off 2 consecutive wins, are trying to get that confidence built up between each players and throughout the program here.
You know, Abby Dart had a quiet night last night. Also, Alyssa Long, I think that they got their they were a little sore last night, so I think that they're ready to keep playing this game a little, and just got, you know, it's the start, so they're gonna have to get those muscles warmed up and start playing some basketball out here.
And during that timeout, there is the first substitution of the game. Ariana Steinmetz comes into the game and already makes her presence felt as she commits the turnover. Forces the turnover as Ebony Sapien throws it away, and Dart is looking for holes in this Holcomb defense. And she gives it to Calzanetti, who shoots it and misses her first three-point attempt of the game. And down with the rebound is Ruda, a freshman on this Longhorns starting lineup.
You know, it's always exciting to see a freshman starting in a varsity game. That just really shows to me that they have enough talent that they can be competing at a high level just coming out of middle school, and that they're going to be a high expectation on this team, and they're only a freshman, so they still got 3 years under their belt.
Speaking of Ruda, she just synced her first two-point attempt of the game to extend the lead out to 7 points here early on with 3:20 left in the first quarter.
see what the Lady Buffaloes do here, as there was a foul against the Longhorns. Abby Dart already just trying to get into the groove of things. Again, just only 3:10 left in the first period. Still a lot of basketball to play.
Yeah, as you said, there's only 3:10. There's 3:10 left in the first quarter, but as Abby Dart finds a hole in the opening and makes her first three-point attempt of the game to trim the lead down to 4, as Ebony Sapien is set to bring the ball down for the Longhorns.
Great job seeing that three-pointer and taking it and doing a Curry, of course, boop, putting it into the basket and putting 3 points up on the board.
As Sapien comes out of the pick and roll and was wide open for a three-point attempt and sinks that to extend the lead to 7 points here for the Longhorns. A great job by Ebony to come out of the pick and find the opening and the hole of this Buffalo defense.
You know, the Buffalo say, hey, we can shoot threes. Longhorns come back, say, you know what, we can too.
As Lexi Hogan shoots her first attempt but airballs it, and Calzanetti, who originally had the offensive rebound but misses, and Engler comes down with the rebound and gives the ball right to McVeigh and back to Sapien here on the corner. As there is a turnover committed by Sapien as she was looking for Engler cutting through the middle of the lane. As Abby Dart looks for Ariana Steinmetz, who scores and the and one. A great job by Ariana Steinmetz to control the contact and get that ball in there.
Those pesky turnovers will decide a game here because, you know, transition from defense into offense is very quick, and Lady Buffaloes do a great job at it. Looks like Beth Guyman's going to come in for an early substitution for Lexi Hogan.
As we have 2 more substitutions for the Longhorns, Darian Mader and Kim Sinoy check in. As Steinmetz is on the free throw line attempting the and one. And she makes that free throw attempt to trim the lead down to 4 points. Great job by the Lady Buffaloes to get back into this game and just kind of wake up. And I think starting this game, it was kind of a punch in the face for the Lady Buffaloes that these Longhorns are coming here and they're ready for a dogfight till the end. You're
exactly right. Still looking for that first win. Still licking their wounds from last night, and I think that you are especially correct, looking for that first win, and they are here to play.
A great job by Alyssa Long, who takes the ball right up the middle of the court and scores for a 2-point conversion here, as it is 12-2 now. The Lady Longhorns lead is trimmed.
Trimmed down to only 2 points. Great job for the Buffaloes. Coming back from a 7-point deficit, only down to 2 points here, as there is 56 seconds left in the first period.
Great job by the Lady Buffaloes defense here of being stingy, and Calzanetti forces another turnover for the defense and does a little up and under, but misses her layup attempt as that is Engler comes down with the rebound.
That was a great job by Calzanetti, just getting her hand in there, snatching that ball. If she would have gotten 2 points, that would have tied it up. With just 30 seconds left in the first period, would have brought a pretty good self-esteem booster coming into the second period.
Yeah, as there is 20 seconds left here in the first quarter, as Engler is looking for a pass to throw, as she gives it to Signo on the outside, as Mader looks to shoot but misses her attempt, as Beth Guyman comes down with the rebound, and there is a foul committed by Engler, the second foul for the Longhorns here with 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Fouls and turnovers, fouls and turnovers, fouls and turnovers.
Checking in for the Lady Buffaloes is Kyra Bellows for number 3, Alyssa Long. As Ariana Steinmetz is set to throw the ball in to Abby Dart, as there is 10 seconds left here to go.
Let's see what the Buffaloes do here, just 9 seconds left. Abby Dart ready for a three-pointer, but just does not make it.
As McVeigh comes down with the rebound and is trying to get the ball out, but was not able to, as the end of the first quarter comes to an end with the Lady Longhorns leading 12-10 early on. You're watching on BBS TV or our live stream on YouTube, or listening to KBFZ LP Garden City. I'm Isaiah Ramos, and alongside me is Hunter Manley, and we'll be right back.
Just kidding. We're going to keep talking here. Again, just from the transition from the first period to the second period, Garden City only down 2 points. I'm not really too sure what the Garden City Buffaloes are going to have to do, but they're going to have to do something quick.
Yeah, and something to look forward here to continuing this game is the last couple nights we've seen the Lady Buffaloes offense kind of die out in the second half, and they had to force their way back here in the fourth quarters of those last 2 games. Let's see what they can do here early on and kind of set the pace and not be able to get their offense going as we're just 40 seconds away from the start of the second quarter here.
Yeah, let's see what the Buffaloes are going to have to do for the Longhorns here. The Longhorns have their cheer section. Buffaloes have their cheer section. Of course, it's an in-county rivalry. Garden City and the Buffaloes only probably 10 minutes apart from each other.
Let's see a little with 10 seconds left. What do you expect here from the second doubleheader between the guys of the Longhorns and our Buffalo men?
Well, you know, the Buffalo men do a great job starting off fast, but they just cannot finish the game. Last night, coming out against Palmer Ridge with a 9-point lead in the first period, even going into halftime with a comfortable 4-point period. But after coming out of halftime, they just let off on the gas and just never got back on.
Yeah, as the Longhorns are set to start the second quarter with the ball, as Mater has it stripped but was hit off a Buffalo as the Longhorns are set to take over on possession. Mater is set to throw the ball in and is looking for somebody to pass it to, and finds McVeigh, but there is a offensive foul on the Longhorns. Kim Sin-yo with a moving screen.
Great job by the Longhorns putting in that moving screen. Just didn't work out for them that time, but that shouldn't be discouraging to them. Just because one doesn't work doesn't mean that the other ones will work.
Yeah, as Abby Dart is looking for somebody to pass the ball into, as there's great defense by the Longhorns as she shoots and scores to tie the game up here with 7:30 left in the second quarter, all knotted up at 12.
You know, that's the Abby Dart I like to see, scoring points early and scoring often, really. Let's just see if she can keep it going here in this game.
Yeah, Sin-yo is looking for somebody to pass it to, but it was stolen by Beth Guyman, who is looking for somebody to pass it to, and gets it open to Steinmetz, who throws it to a wide open Dart, but misses her three-point attempt. But Steinmetz is right there for the rebound and throws it up for a 2 points, and add on to the lead for 14 to 12.
You know, there's two things about that. You can't leave Abby Dart wide open like that. She might have missed it that time. Doesn't mean that she's going to miss it all the other times. And then great job by Ariana seeing that she missed it, going back in there and putting the ball back up for easy 2 points. That's great teamwork. Great job by the Buffaloes to pull ahead now, 16-12 with 6:40 left in the second period. Buffaloes winning. We do have a 30-second timeout, but again, going back to the boys basketball game that's going to happen here, you know, these two teams probably know each other a lot just because the two towns are just 10 minutes apart. Probably grew up playing against each other in basketball or baseball, maybe even like Y-Rec sports. And so they probably know each other very well, know each other's strengths and weaknesses. So I think it's going to be a great game.
Yeah, very well said there. As we're getting ready to come out of this timeout with 6:40 left in the second quarter, the Lady Buffaloes lead 16-12 over the Longhorns. As Engler is set to pass in the ball to Sapien as she's coming down the court looking to run an offense. Great pressure here early on by the Lady Buffaloes defense. Or not just trying not to let these guards here get wide open on the outside to be able to get a three-point attempt in. As there's a little miscommunication here, but there is a foul committed by Abby Dart, her second of this half. Only the Lady Buffalo's second foul.
You know, I saw Coach Pfeiffer seeing that foul. I don't think she was too happy. He's not too happy with that. Alyssa Long coming in to substitute for Abby Dart. Now thinking about it, last night Abby Dart really did not get substituted out much, so it's kind of surprising her being subbed out this early in the game.
As we have another turnover by Ruda, as Sapien was trying to look for somebody to pass the ball into, and it looked like she just simply didn't know where her feet were and stepped out of bounds. As Steinmetz now leading the Buffaloes down, looking for a play to run, gives it to Guyman on the outside.
You know, it's those pesky turnovers and fouls that'll dictate a basketball game. I've said it once before for the Buffaloes. I'll say it now for the Longhorns. Gotta watch them.
Yeah, as there is just as we were saying turnovers, there is a turnover committed by the Buffaloes as Sapien is set to take over on this possession here, and looking for something to run to get wide open, as she had a pick set for her and shoots and connects on her second three-point attempt to trim the lead down to 1 here with 5:45 left to go in the second quarter. A great job by Ebony Sapien to get open and shoot that three-pointer. As Steinmetz is looking for an offense to run, as she gets the ball out to Calzanetti and was stripped by Engler. A nice job by Engler as Ruda comes up with the ball, gives it right back to Engler and does a little Euro step but misses on that layup attempt as McVeigh comes down with the rebound and give it back out to Sapien, who again shoots a three but misses on this attempt as Calzanetti comes down with the rebound.
Great job by Calzanetti coming back, getting that ball.
Alyssa Long wide open, but there is a moving screen on the Lady Buffaloes. Just not good communication there on the Buffaloes' part.
Great job by the Buffaloes, just trying to get the ball up.
As Sapien again is set to take over on this possession, and Sapien, who is the Longhorns' leading scorer tonight, is kind of their ringleader and their go-to player when needed of. And there is another turnover committed by the Longhorns, but there is a loose ball on the ground, and Engler comes up with a rebound, but it's blocked by Calzanetti. A great job by Josie to get her hand in there, come up with the block as she takes it right to the hole, but was not fouled as she throws it up, and McVeigh comes down with the rebound, but as McVeigh was trying to get the ball out to Sapien, Beth Guyman tried to reach in but committed the foul.
You know, Calzanetti was not happy that there was a foul not called on her, and definitely letting the ref know. That's another thing about the Garden here in Garden City. If the fans or the players don't like what's going on with these refs, they will definitely let them know.
That is true, as Sapien is set to bring the ball down with 4:25 left here to go in the second quarter. Just a narrow one lead here for the Buffaloes, as Sapien looks like was blocked by Bellows. A great job. Excuse me, that was McVeigh trying to get that attempt in, but as we have the substitution here, Lexi Hogan in for Josie Calzanetti.
You know, I really like the matchup with Lexi Hogan and not Alyssa Long, but gosh, I just cannot think of her name at the moment. Kenzie Pites. Just two great tall players here on the Garden City basketball team. I just think they're a great duo.
As there is a foul committed by Ebony Sapien, her second of the game, as she is going out of the game, as Darian Mader checks in for her, and Josie Calzanetti comes right back into the game for Ariana Steinmetz.
Ariana Steinfeld trying to get a breather here, as she has played quite a bit of this game.
A great job by Kyra Bellas to get that layup in and get the lead up to 3 points now, as McVeigh was wide open for a three-point attempt, but misses, and Engler was right there for the rebound, but misses as well, and gets the ball out to McVeigh, who shifts her way into the lane and gets it in for 2 points, as the lead is now down to 1.
You know, the Buffaloes were losing earlier in this game, now have the lead, but they cannot give up this lead. Great job by Beth Guyman, getting that three-pointer in there, extending the lead now to 21-17. 3:22 left in the second period. Let's see if the Buffaloes can put it away until halftime here with the lead still.
as there is a foul on the court and an and one. A great job by Engler to get into her defender and commit the foul and get the and one. That was a foul on Lexi Hogan. Her first foul, the team's fifth foul of the game.
Great job by getting the and one and still managing to get the ball in there for the 2 points and then the and one, now bringing it still to a 1 point game. And I said at the beginning of the broadcast it's going to be a great game, and well, I'm right.
Yeah, as Alyssa Long looks for somebody to pass the ball to, and again commits a turnover. This is going to be the story of the game here, Hunter, is who can take care of the ball the most, and that will decide the game here.
Honestly, turnovers and fouls. Gosh, I feel like a broken recorder saying it, but it is true. Who can take care of the ball the best is usually who's going to win the game.
A great job by Alyssa Long to get her hand in between the passing lane and get that steal as she looks for Lexi Hogan, who goes in for a 2 points to extend the lead to 3 as Engler is set to bring the ball down as Steinmetz goes over to the scoreboard and is ready to check in.
Great teamwork there by Alyssa Long and Lexi Hogan. They were definitely happy with each other after that.
As Mader is looking for somebody to pass the ball into and gets it to Ruta, but Beth Guyman was not able to get there in time as Casanetti comes up with another steal and is looking up for somebody to pass it to and does, and finds Bellows but cannot get that free throw attempt as there is a loose ball and a jump ball as possession arrow is coming back to Garden City.
Great job by Lexi Hogan coming down with the ball and just still fighting for that ball, and the Buffaloes still maintain possession here on their own side of the court, trying to get points up on the board.
Yeah, as the ball is out to Steinmetz on the outside as she was looking for Lexi down low but had the ball deflected and out of bounds as the Buffaloes would take over on possession as Casanetti is set to throw the ball in to Steinmetz.
You know, I'm curious to see what the Buffaloes are going to do without Abby Dart. She's still on the bench, but it seems like the Buffaloes are holding their own still with the lead of 3 points.
A great job by Steinmetz, who got the ball back from Hogan and just ran right around her and was able to get to the basket but could not get the and one, as there is a foul on number 20, Brittany Novak, as Steinmetz is at the line shooting 2 shots. She airballs the first free throw attempt.
Let's see if she can get that second one to bring up the lead to 4 points here.
She connects on that second free throw and extends the lead, as you said, to 4 points here with 1:30 left here in the second quarter. The Lady Buffaloes lead the Longhorns 24-20, as there is a turnover for the Longhorns as Mader was just threw the ball way over Signo's head for a turnover as the Buffaloes are set to regain the possession here.
Those pesky turnovers will get to you.
As Long is weaving and up and down the court as Steinmetz is running the show here as she looks for Casanetti, and there is a foul but on the ground on number 5, Engler.
Great job getting the foul there. Still maintaining possession of the ball underneath their own basket for the Buffaloes. Let's see if they can put points on the board here.
As we have a substitution, number 21, Hope Hernandez, in for Zoe Engler. As Alyssa Long was looking for Kyra Bellows, who just slipped right under the basket, wide open for 2 points, as the lead is now 6 points with a minute left now in the second quarter. Signo is looking for Mader, who was wide open under the basket, and gives it back to McVeigh, who's looking for somebody to pass the ball to, and she finds Mader on the outside, who is guarded tightly by Lexia Hogan. Gives it back to Signo, and great job by the Lady Buffaloes here with 35 seconds left of sticking to their man and getting great defense. As there is another jump ball, a great Great job by the Lady Buffaloes to get on the ground wherever there is a loose ball and get those jump balls.
Trying to get the ball so that they can put more points up on the board. I like what they're doing with this for the Buffaloes, but they're still on defense here as Holcomb maintains possession of the ball.
As Mater was looking for somebody to pass it in and find Signo as she passed it to McVeigh, but there was a foul on Kyra Bellows as she was going for the rebound. It looked like elbowed Mater right in the head as, there is a, no, we got that right as a Garden City foul. With 25 seconds left here to go in the second quarter, the Lady Buffaloes lead 26-20.
Coach Pfeiffer is not happy with that call on the Garden City Buffaloes. And who says that basketball is not a contact sport here?
As Signo goes right up to the basket and looks for McVeigh, who is on the outside but misses her attempt. As there is another loose ball here, as we're not able to get the ball as there's Garden City will regain possession here on that jump ball.
Definitely an interesting game here between the Buffaloes and the Longhorns.
With 10 seconds left here to go in the second quarter, Calzanetti brings the ball up and is looking for somebody to pass it to. As she finds Stymons, but there is a turnover as Stymons was just not ready for that pass, as the Longhorns will regain possession here with 5 seconds left to go in the second quarter. As we have another check-in, Sapien comes in for Mater, as they might be looking for Sapien on a three-point attempt here with 5 seconds left to go.
Let's see what the Holcomb Longhorns can do with just 3 seconds left.
As she attempts the half-court shot but misses. With your score at the end of the first half, Garden City 26, Holcomb 20. You're watching on BBS TV or our live stream on YouTube or listening on KBFZ LP Garden City. I'm Isaiah Ramos, and alongside me is Hunter Manley. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Garden, where it is 26-20. Your Lady Buffaloes are leading the Holcomb Longhorns, and that was a great first half that we've seen here, Hunter. And what do you expect here from the Longhorns, just to get their offensive going? You kind of seen them stalled there a little bit in the second quarter.
You're right. They came out fiery like a volcano, but then they started to cool off as they went into the ocean, making Hawaii. But then here we are. In the beginning of the second half, they're going to have to start again, relight that volcano or that candle or whatever it is to keep this Buffalo on their edge, on their heels, or excuse me, on their toes, because they have a lot of potential here, and I'd like to see it come out a little more.
As Ebony Sapien takes the ball to the hole and was fouled. And she is at the line shooting 2 shots. That is a first foul of the second half. As she makes her first free throw attempt of the game to trim the lead down to 5 points. She is getting ready to shoot her second free throw attempt as she makes that to trim the lead down to 4 points. And I feel like, Hunter, tonight this game is going to go down to free throws. As we said the last couple nights, it seems like free throws are going to win you this game here. As Calzanetti takes the ball down the lane but misses her layup attempt, as Engler is set to start run the offense here.
You are completely correct. More correct than 2 + 2 = 4. You know, the Buffaloes have Abby Dart back here in the second half, so I'm excited to see her come in and play in this game.
Yeah, as Steinmetz comes down with the rebound and automatically gets it out to Alyssa Long, who is looking for Kyra Bellows, who had her man posted up, and gets the 2 points to bring the lead back to 6 for the Lady Buffaloes here with 6:45 left to go in the third quarter. It's 28-22.
You know, there's a thing about being in the Garden, and there's so much ruckus, it's kind of actually starting to give me a little headache. But, you know, it's notoriously one of the toughest places to play. Basketball, football, tennis, doesn't matter what it is. It's always very intimidating for other teams to come here. But Holcomb, I mean, they're pretty used to us and our shenanigans. But, I mean, it's great to see them come out here and play against us and have a great game at it also.
As Abby Dart just committed her her third foul of the game, as Sapien is wide open for a 3 but misses that attempt. And Kyra Bellows comes down with the rebound and automatically gets it out to Abby Dart, who's looking to push the ball and gets it to Alyssa Long. Right back to Abby Dart as she looks to score here. And there's a push on Ebony Sapien as the Lady Buffaloes would take the ball out underneath the basket. Excuse me, check that. That was number 22, Brianna McVie, her first foul of the game. The Longhorns' first foul of the second half, excuse me.
Great execution by Abby Dart, getting that foul, but still trying to put the ball back up and try to get those 2 points and trying to get the and one maybe.
As Sapien is set to bring the ball down and run their offense, as she looks to score automatically, but it's stopped when she gets to the hole as she gets the ball out to Ruda, who shoots and scores to bring the lead down to 4 points. Yes, sorry, 4 points here. That was a great job by Ruda, as Dart was fouled but was on the floor on number 2, Ebony Sapien.
Wowzers is all I can say. I was going to say Bazinga, but then I'm thinking, no, Sheldon Cooper get mad at me.
Hey, it's okay. As Alyssa Long is set to bring the ball out of bounds and gets it to Steinmetz, who brings it automatically gives it to Dart as they're set to run an offense. As Bellows comes out to set a pick, but nothing's going on as Steinmetz brings the ball up to the middle. And a great eye vision there, but as she was looking for Calzanetti, who misses that layup attempt, as Engler comes down with the rebound.
Oh.
As there is a timeout here on the court, a full timeout with 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. It's the Lady Buffaloes 28-24. You're watching on BBS TV or our live stream on YouTube or listening on KBFZ LP Garden City. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Garden, where it is the Longhorns set to inbounds here as Sapien gives it to Engler. As Engler is pushing the ball up and looks to give it to Ruda, as she gives it right back to McVeigh and back to Sapien as she looking to set up the offense here.
Let's see what the Longhorns can do, trailing by 4 points here with just 5 minutes left in the third period. Not too sure what the Lady Longhorns can do here with this stacked Garden City defense, but they're going to have to get something going here.
Yeah, as Sapien shoots and attempts a 2-point conversion, but was not able to convert, as Calzanetti comes down with the rebound. As she gives it right back to Abby Dart, who's looking to score automatically, but gives it right back out to Calzanetti, who shoots and misses as Sapien comes down with the rebound, is looking to push the ball.
Great job by the Longhorns getting the ball back into their offense's hands, but still going to have to finish trying to put points on the board.
Yeah, as Abby Dart attempted to make a basket at the free throw line, but misses as Sapien was fouled as she's going for the rebound by Alyssa Long. The third foul for the Buffaloes, Long's second foul of the evening. Checking in for the Longhorns was number 4, Darian Mader, and number 20, Brittany Novak.
It's those pesky turnovers and fouls that'll get you. And, well,
as Mader sets it, inbounds the ball, she gives it to Sapien and bringing the ball down the court. As she automatically passes to Ruda, who takes it to the basket, but it's stopped. And Novak, that was Mader who was initially blocked, but the Longhorns somehow get the ball back here as McVeigh is looking to get the ball back to Sapien, which she does, and is ready to set the offense.
Great. Oh, wow. Abby Dart just sticking her hand in there, poking it out like she's poking someone's eyes out. Just poke the ball right out of bounds.
That was a great job by Abby Dart. As we have a check-in here, Hope Hernandez checks in for Ruda, the freshman here on the Longhorns. As looking at the lineup here, Hunter, the Longhorns have 3 seniors. This is going to be a great group of girls here next year with a great load of experience as well.
You know, it's great to always see seniors on a basketball team, plenty of experience under their belt, but it's also good to see underclassmen so that moving forward with the program and the basketball program, they're able to try to train younger people. As Ariana steals the ball, but then the ball is stolen right back from her. Great game going on here.
As Sapien takes the ball right to the middle of the basket and scores to trim the lead down to 2 points. As Beth Guyman comes to the scorer's table, set to check in. As Dart is set to run the offense here. As Steinmetz brings the ball up to the middle of the court and, the top of the key where Alyssa Long is waiting and shoots a 3-point attempt and connects to extend the lead back to 5 points here with 2:53 left here in the third quarter.
That was a great shot. 3-pointers, of course. It's always great to see someone make a 3, currying it up out there and extending the lead to 3 points.
As Mader is looking for somebody to pass the ball into, and it's great defensive stance here by the Lady Buffaloes as Abby Dart is out there defending Mader, the younger Mader, a freshman, as Hernandez was fouled by Alyssa Long trying to attempt a shot. That is the Buffaloes' 4th foul of this half.
You know, it's those pesky fouls that'll get to you, and you know, I like saying this reference. Free throws are like pennies. They might not be they're only worth 1, but if you start collecting them, they might start adding up 10, 20, 30, doesn't matter. Of course, maybe not 30 free throws, of course, exaggerating there, but still, free throws mean something, and they just got to watch out for them.
As we have 2 substitutions here for the Lady Buffaloes, Guyman and Hogan are in for Bellows and Steinmetz to get a quick breather here as Hernandez attempts her second free throw and connects on all 2 of her free throws attempts and brings the lead back down to 3 points as Dart brings the ball down to the court and looking to run the offense as she's going through the middle and was fouled by Hernandez but was on the floor only Holcomb's third foul of the second half.
Again, it is America night here in the Garden. A lot of students showing up. It's also pizza night, so if there are any students listening, we could be bribing you with pizza right now. Who knows?
As Lexi Hogan attempted to box her player out and got the ball, but could not finish on that attempt, as Lexi Hogan actually committed the foul, her second foul of the game, as Sapien is bringing the ball down the court.
See what this Garden City defense can do. Keep their lead here with only 1 or 2 minutes left in the third period. Buffalo's still leading the Longhorns 31-28.
As there is a kicked ball here committed by Hogan, with the Lady Longhorns set to take over possession under the basket, as Sapien is ready to pass the ball in.
Let's see what the Longhorns can do as they're on their own side of the court.
A great job by Novak to get the 2 points and trim the lead down to only 1 point for the Lady Buffaloes here, as Abby Dart is going to the left side and goes up and is fouled as getting ready to shoot 2 free throws, as that is Holcomb's 4th foul of the second half.
Great job by Abby Dart getting the foul there and then going to the free throw line, trying to get some points on the board to extend this lead for the Lady Buffaloes.
As McVeigh is set to check in here after this first free throw attempt by Dart, who makes it and to extend the lead to 2 points. McVeigh checks in for her sister as well, Brianna McVeigh, as Dart is set to attempt her second free throw and misses, but Hogan comes soaring in for the rebound and gets it out to Long, who brings the ball back out and turns her right over as she was looking for Hogan, but the defender from the backside was able to sneak in and get the steal as Sapien brings the ball down.
You know, she's got to hold on to that ball, Alyssa Long, and then trying to look for Lexi Hogan just was over her hands, and the Longhorns got it back.
A great job by Abby Dart to get the steal and go to the other end, but misses her free throw attempt. But Josie Calzanetti was right there to go up for the offensive rebound and was fouled as she's going to the line to shoot 2 free throws here.
Trying to go coast to coast. Calzanetti getting the foul there. Calzanetti, a great player on this Lady basketball team. She is a senior, so it is her last year, so she's trying to prove her point here.
She's actually a junior. Calzanetti, you're speaking of, is actually a junior. As she makes her free throw attempt here to extend the lead to 3 points.
It's been a long couple days.
As we have a full timeout here by Garden City. You're watching on BBS TV or our live stream on YouTube, or listening on KBFZ LP Garden City. I'm Isaiah Ramos, and alongside me is Hunter Manley. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Garden, where we are right to the free throw line as Calzanetti is attempting her second free throw shot.
Let's see what she does here. Trying to extend the lead for the Buffaloes.
As she makes that attempt to extend the lead to 4 points here with 1:10 left to go in the third quarter. A great job by the Lady Buffaloes to trying to stifle this Longhorn offense down, as Hernandez comes down soaring with the rebound and looks for Ruda again, but misses her three-point attempt. And the ball went out of bounds as Garden City is set to take over on possession.
great job making the Longhorns touch it last so that the Buffaloes could get the ball back and trying to put more points on the board, extend this lead, and try to win this game.
Checking in for the Longhorns was Mater for Sapien, as there is 52 seconds left here to go in the third quarter, as Dart is calling out an offense and is looking to execute that as she gets the ball out to Calzanetti and looking for Lexi Hogan down on the block, but is not able to get the ball to her. A great job by Calzanetti to get to the basket, but was not able to finish, as Novak comes down with the rebound and gives it out to Hernandez. And was stolen by Abby Dart. A great job as she looks up. And Stein was not able to corral that pass by Dart and was fouled immediately by Ruda. Longhorns' sixth foul of this half with 18 seconds left to go.
You know, great job by Abby Dart getting the ball back, but then she got a little carried away with herself, got a little too excited, sent the ball down court, and was just over the hands of Ariana. And a great job by Ariana sticking with the ball and still able to keep the possession for the Buffaloes.
As Dart is looking for something to go, as she gives the ball right out to Long, who hits and sinks her second three-pointer of the game to extend the lead to 7 points here, 37-30 at the end of the third quarter. You're watching on BBS TV or our live stream on YouTube or listening on KBFZ LP Garden City. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final quarter of this first doubleheader between the Lady Buffaloes and the Longhorns, where it is 37-30. The Buffaloes are leading. As Long initially was looking for the cutter Bellows, but was tipped, and a turnover on possessions here as the Longhorns are looking to score on this possession and trim this lead down even further.
Quick feed by Calzanetti there, sticking with her man, playing great defense.
A great job by Sapien to take the ball up the lane and look for an open pass, and was able to get that, as there is as McVeigh was shot that 2 points to trim the lead down to 5. And there is a foul on Bellows, the sixth foul of the game for the Buffaloes.
Lady Longhorns back on offense, trying to bring up the score for them as they are losing to the Buffaloes 37-32, 7:16 left in the fourth period. There is a foul on Garden City.
As Ruda is going to the line to attempt 2 free throws. She misses that first free throw attempt.
Let's see if she can make this second free throw as Abby Dart heads out of the game.
As she shoots and makes that second free throw attempt to trim the lead down to 4 points, as Steinmetz brings the ball in bounds and gives it to Calzanetti. who's calling out an offensive play here to run.
A lot of noise from the student section trying to disrupt this Longhorn rhythm that they got going on here.
As Beth Guyman now has the ball and gives it to Steinmetz out on the corner and is looking for something to do, and she gives it right back to Calzanetti at the top of the key. Calzanetti drives in, but turns the ball over as Ruda comes up with the steal and gives it out to McVeigh, gives it to Sapien, but misses her three-point attempt as Alyssa Long comes out with the rebound.
You know, Beth Guyman is in there right now. She is a great inspirational story, coming back from knee surgery, playing with a brace on, and she is still competing at a high level. 6A is a tough level to be playing in the state of Kansas, biggest schools here, and she is out here competing her butt off and doing a great job.
As we are actually shooting free throws here as the Longhorns are over the limit, as Long is going to the free throw line to attempt her free throw, excuse me. As she misses that free throw attempt and was boxed out by McVeigh, who gets the rebound and gives it to Ruda, who looks for Sleep, but looked like to be blocked by Steinmetz, but there was a foul called.
Ariana swiping that ball, said, no, 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 not in my house.
As Sleep is going to the free throw line to attempt free throws here, as the Lady Buffaloes as well are over the limit. As Sleep makes her first free throw attempt to trim the lead down to 3 points here with 6:30 left to go in the fourth quarter.
See what the Lady Buffaloes do here as they're getting ready for the second free throw. She misses her second free throw, but the Longhorns get the rebound back.
As Alyssa Long comes down with the rebound, there was a foul called on Sapien going against the Longhorns, as Alyssa Long will be back on the free throw line.
Longhorns bench did not like that call there. Definitely did not like it.
As that is the Longhorns' 8th team foul, and we're even on team fouls as well. Knotted at 8 and 8, as Long is looking to sink this free throw here. She does not, but somehow comes up with the rebound and hits it off of Sapien and gets the ball back for the Buffaloes.
Great athleticism there by Long, making the ball hit the Longhorn player before it went out of bounds and giving the Buffaloes maintaining possession for the Buffaloes here on offense.
A great job by Alyssa Long, come up with another offensive rebound as Calzanetti shoots, but there was a foul called before the three-pointer that was made, but there's a foul on Holcomb. On number 15, Taylor Sleep, the 9th team foul for the Longhorns, as Bellows is at the free throw line trying to sink in this free throw. She misses that free throw attempt as well. And Hunter, we said earlier, free throws are gonna make or break the Buffaloes here, as Sapien brings the ball right up the middle, but was fouled again by Sapien, the 10th team foul by the Longhorns.
Sapien was not happy with that. She was getting on herself, and the coach was just shaking his head. She knew what she did, but I think she's ready to come back out here and redeem herself.
Yeah, as Bellows is back on the line, shooting 2 free throws this time, as she shoots her first and misses that first free throw attempt with 6:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Lady Buffaloes have a slim lead over the Longhorns, 37-34. Bellows shoots and makes her second free throw attempt to give a 4-point cushion here for the Lady Buffaloes. As there was a timeout called first by the Longhorns before there was a steal by Steinmetz. As you're watching on BBS TV or our live stream on YouTube or listening on KBMC LP Garden City, we'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Garden, where it is your Lady Buffaloes leading the visiting Holcomb Longhorns 38-34, as Longhorns are ready to run their offense here. As McVeigh goes to the top of the key and looks for somebody to pass it to, and a great job of the Buffalo defense, a stingy defense here to keep the pressure on the Longhorns.
You are correct, Cal Zanetti going Karate Kid all over her. Wax on, wax off almost looks like she was doing to keep her and her man from trying to pass the ball.
Yeah, as there was a foul committed by Guyman, her second of the game, and the Longhorns' ninth of this half, as Ruda is going to the line to attempt a free throw.
See if they can make the free throws, because free throws are a big part of the game.
As she misses her free throw attempt, and down with the rebound is Velos, as she gives the ball out to Calzanetti. And right back to Beth Guyman, who shoots and connects with a three-pointer. Beth Guyman, 6 points here to extend the lead to 7 points, as well as with 5:20 to go and the left to go in the fourth quarter.
Great job by Beth Guyman, seeing the shot and taking the shot here in this game.
As Ruda is looking for Mater on the line, but another key turnover for the Lady Longhorns, as Abby Dart is set to check in for Beth Guyman, as Steinmetz is getting ready to pass the ball in too long and is ready to run the offense. She gives it right back to Steinmetz, who is looking for Calzanetti and looking for Bellows down low, who gets up and scores 2 points to extend the lead to 9 points here with 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter. A great job by the Lady Buffaloes offense to get the ball down low and get it to Bellows, who's having a great offensive night. And that was a great job by Calzanetti, who picked the ball, but there was a foul committed by Calzanetti, as that is a 10th team foul for the Buffaloes.
Wow. Cal Zanetti is really aggressive here on defense. You can tell that she really is here to win, and she is here to play against these Holcomb Longhorns.
As McVeigh is going to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws here, as she makes her first free throw to bring the lead down to 8 points for the Buffaloes with 4:30 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Great game here, watching it and then trying to describe it and televise it to you guys here in the Garden, in Garden City High School.
As there is a scuffle on the ground, as Calzanetti comes up with the ball, as she gives it out to Dart and is looking to set up the offense, and nobody is guarding her, as she takes it out and gives it to Long, who shoots and misses her three-point attempt, but down with the rebound was Bellows. Gives it right back out to Dart, but travels here. That is a key turnover late in the game for the Buffaloes, and that is something they cannot do, Hunter.
That is definitely something that they cannot do. I will be saying it all night. Turnovers and fouls, it's just something that cannot be happening.
Yeah, you are correct, as Engler is set to inbounds the ball to Sapien here with 4 minutes left to go in this very, very tight game between the Lady Longhorns of Holcomb and the Buffaloes of Garden City. As Hope Hernandez is trying to find somebody to pass it to and finds Sapien, who pump fakes and goes right to the hole and misses her free throw attempt, as Engler comes out with a rebound and gets it out to McVeigh, but was stolen, as there's another turnover for the Longhorns committed by McVeigh. A great job by Dart.
That is a timeout on the Longhorns, a full timeout. You're watching BBS TV Channel 21, also live streaming on YouTube and listening on KBFZ LP Garden City. We will be right back as we go to these quick messages. JJ, wake up!
Welcome back to the Garden, ladies and gentlemen, where it is your Lady Buffaloes leading the Longhorns of Holcomb 43-35. Here as Alyssa Long is looking for somebody to pass it to, but was not able to, and has had the ball stolen away from her, and a committed turnover by Long as Sapien was applying the pressure there.
You know, it's turnovers there. Great job on defense by the Longhorns there, as they were trying, or they eventually succeeded in getting the ball back to their offense.
Speaking of the Longhorns, they're still searching for that first win of the season, and to get if they were to get this win tonight, that would be a great confidence booster against their pretty much their crosstown rivals here, as Sapien is looking for something to spark this offense as she misses her three-point attempt. As there were two Buffaloes going for the rebound, as there is a jump ball and the Longhorns will take over on possession.
Same team.
As Sapien is set to inbounds the ball and gives it to Engler, but was fouled on the play as she is going to the free throw line, where the Buffaloes have committed 11 fouls this half.
Again, it's those pesky fouls and free throws that'll get to the Garden City Buffaloes. That will eventually bring their lead down, even though they are winning 43-35 with 2:53 left in the fourth period.
As Engler misses that first free throw attempt, Beth Guyman checks into the game for Alyssa Long, and we'll see what the Buffaloes will run here as they're up now make it 7 points as Engler sinks that second free throw attempt. As Dart is ready to push the ball up to the court and looks for Guyman, who shoots and airballs her three-point attempt, but there was a foul committed by Steinmetz as she is going for the ball, and that is the Buffaloes' 11th foul of this half.
That is not good for the Buffaloes. 11 fouls is quite a bit of fouls against the Buffaloes, and the Holcomb Longhorns were not happy that a foul was not called earlier for the Longhorns, or against the Buffaloes for the Longhorns there. But there was another foul committed, and now that they're on the free throw line now.
As Ruda attempts her free throw but misses as well, as the lead is still at 7 points here to go with 2:42 to go in the fourth quarter.
Let's see if she can make the second free throw here.
As she misses that free throw, but was somehow not blocked out as she tipped it, but there was another turnover by the Longhorns offense. As the Longhorns are applying pressure to this Buffalo offense as they're trying to find an inbounds play, and she gets it to Dart, who's looking up the court and looking to score, but brings it out to the three-point line as she gives it to Steinmetz. And a great job by Bellows to shade her person in as she was looking for the ball and is going to the free throw line.
You know, good try by the Longhorns keeping their hands up and trying to get those passing lanes covered there, but they just fouled there. I don't know how else to explain it other than that.
As Bellows misses her first free throw attempt, as Ebony Sapien is checking in for Brianna McVeigh here with 2:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. 7-point lead for the Garden City Buffaloes. As Bellows sinks her second free throw attempt to bring it to 8-point lead for the Buffaloes.
It's time for the Buffaloes to bring out that awesome defense that they are known to have try to finish out this game.
As Hernandez shoots a three-pointer and sinks that three-point attempt, as Calzanetti is trying to break the pressure of this Longhorn defense, as she was able to, and gets the ball right back as she is looking for Steinmetz here, as there is great pressure applied by this Longhorn defense here. As Dart is looking for somebody wide open, but there seems to be nobody, as there is a travel called on Dart, and that is a key turnover here, Hunter, with 1:53 left to go in this ball game.
You're correct. Turnovers definitely can decide a game, and with only 1:46 left in the fourth period, you just cannot afford to be doing that out onto the court, and the Buffaloes are going to have to pay for this one.
As Engler brings the ball back out to Hernandez, who swings it back to Sapien and is looking to score automatically and gets to the lane but misses her layup attempt as the ball was out, touched by a Buffalo, and the Lady Longhorns will take over possession here with 1:28 left to go in the fourth quarter as we get a substitution here for Beth Guyman as Alyssa Long comes in.
You know, and we might be in the Garden in Garden City, but the Holcomb Longhorns are definitely making their presence known. This will be a full timeout. You're watching BBS TV Channel 21, and on our live stream on YouTube, you're also listening to KBFZ LP 101.7 The Herd. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Garden, where it is a very tight 5-point lead, where the Lady Longhorns just committed another turnover as Steinmetz was not ready for that, as Sapien came up behind her and committed a turnover as Bellows comes down with the rebound and gives it out to Long with 1:05 left to go in the fourth quarter, with the Lady Buffaloes leading 44-39 over the Longhorns.
You know, Abby Dart was wide open down the court, but Long was just not able to see her. I honestly think that they could have easily gotten an easy 2 points there.
As there is 50 seconds left to go here in the quarter, as Lady Longhorns are looking to foul, but took too much time off the clock as they finally are able to get Calzanetti here on the top of the key. As that was Sapien's 5th foul of the game.
You know, it looks like the Buffaloes are trying to stall here with only 46 seconds left in the fourth period. I'm not sure if it's a too comfortable lead, but it's still a lead with 5 points. Buffaloes up 5 points, 44-39. There are 10 fouls on both sides here against the Buffaloes and on the Lady Longhorns.
As Kim Sinyo checks in for Sapien, who just fouled out, as Calzanetti makes her first free throw attempt with 45 seconds left to go here in the game, as she's set to shoot her second free throw attempt. And makes that to extend the lead to 7 points with 45 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's see what these Longhorns will do here, as they're still they're searching for answers here now. Just if they need to chuck it up for a three-point attempt, but was not able to, as they get the ball to the hole and gets a 2 points, as the lead is now cut down to 6 points with 32 seconds left, a 47-41 lead for the Buffaloes.
You know, it's going to be a 30-second timeout, and I'm thinking that the Longhorns are going to start using them. 6 points here, 47-41, 32 seconds left in the fourth period, and the Holcomb Longhorns are still looking for their first win, and the Buffaloes are trying to stay undefeated. The Lady Buffaloes are trying to stay undefeated here at home. Let's see what they can do. Very, very close to this game.
And speaking of looking to stay at home, the Buffs will be idle until next year for a home game against a very talented Huguenin team that is ranked number 1 in their classification. That'll be a great game there, as we're back here to the ball game on the court with 35 seconds left to go. Steinmetz is getting ready to pass the ball inbounds.
Definitely the Holcomb Longhorns are making their presence known here in the Garden, as the Longhorns are trying to eat up some flowers.
As we have a clock malfunction here.
Waiting for the final verdict from the referees. But let's just get a quick recap of what's going on. The Buffaloes are facing off against the Longhorns here in the Garden, but that's going to have to wait as we get back to action here.
As there is a quick foul on Bellows as she was trying to look for somebody to pass it to, and she is going to the free throw line to attempt 2 free throws here.
It is America night here in Garden City. A lot of red, white, and blue mixed with brown and white. I'm not sure pretty sure that's clashing colors, but you know what? America.
As Bellows connects on her first free throw attempt to ice the game here with 34 seconds left to go to extend the lead to 6 points for the Lady Buffaloes. As she's shooting her second free throw and misses that, and Ruda comes down with the rebound, is looking to score, and gives it out to Engler, who pump fakes but is looking for somebody to pass the ball to, and gives it out to Ruda. And with 20 seconds left to go, the Lady Longhorns are still searching for answers here.
Oh.
But was fouled hard by Steinmetz, who just committed the Lady Buffaloes' 11th foul of the game, as Engler will be going to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws here.
You're right. That was a tough foul, falling to the floor pretty hard. You can hear her falling down from all the way up here in the walking track in the Garden. Did I mention we're in Garden City yet?
Yeah, I think so, Hunter.
Awesome.
As, Engler misses her first free throw attempt, as she shoots her second and makes that to trim the lead down to 5 points here to go, as they're not fouling the ball, they're not fouling the inbounder, as she gets the ball out to Alyssa Long, and it's just trying to ice the game, as with 8.5 seconds left to go, McVeigh fouls Long here to send her to the free throw line to attempt 2 free throws here.
You know what I think the Buffaloes should be doing right now is just run down the clock. They got this game into the bag, so why prolong it even more and help me get home earlier in time for dinner?
As Long makes that free throw attempt to bring the lead back to 6 points and is shooting her second free throw and misses, as Ruda comes down with the rebound, and Hernandez is going down the court looking to shoot as she gives it to Engler and misses that 3-point attempt, and that is the ball game, ladies and gentlemen, with the Lady Buffaloes coming out to win their 3rd consecutive game, 48-42 over the visiting Lady Longhorns of Holcomb. This was a great overall game here, Hunter, and this was a tight, contested game, as we're getting set for the second doubleheader here between the guys of Holcomb and our Buffaloes here. What do you expect from that game?
You know what? I'm expecting a very, very fast game. You can tune it here on BBS TV channel 21, live streaming on YouTube, and you're listening live on KBFZ LP. The next game will be up against the Garden City Male Buffaloes versus the Holcomb Longhorns, and it will be myself doing play-by-play and Cooper Thayer being my color man. So you'll be hearing a lot more of my voice here pretty soon. Definitely stay tuned for that game. We will be right back to the next game here on KBFZ LP, 101.7 The Herd, BBS TV channel 21, and live streaming on YouTube. We'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to Buffalo Sports here on KBFZ 101.7 The Herd, BBS TV channel 21, and live streaming on YouTube. You are watching the Garden City Buffaloes face off against the Holcomb Longhorns in a basketball game. This is the Garden City's Buffalo third straight game at home. We're going to go over the starting lineups. Starting off for the Buffaloes, we have number 2, Garrett Dawley Jr. We also have number 1, Jared Springston for the Garden City Buffaloes. For the Holcomb Longhorns, we have number 3, Brandon Stegman. We also have number 23 for the Holcomb Longhorns. We have Trey Gilbert. For the Buffaloes, we have number 5, Griff Brunson. Let's go back to the Holcomb Longhorns. We have number 42, that is Connor Van Cleve. And for the Garden City Buffaloes, we have number 10, Zach Carlin, a senior here on this Garden City Buffalo team. For the Holcomb Longhorns, we have number 45, Kobe Dixon. I am joined here on the call for the game by my color commentator, Cooper Thayer. And we're going to go back to the starting lineups. For the Buffaloes, we have number 32, DeMarcus Elliott. He is a 6'2" junior. That is your starting lineups for the Holcomb Longhorns and the Garden City Buffaloes. Cooper, what are you looking for in this game as the male Garden City boys basketball team tries to seek their first win and their last game at home in this 3-game series?
Town-on-town rivalry, a lot of attitude shown from each side towards each other. The Holcomb student section and Garden student section both pretty loud and rowdy tonight, and they both showed up, and they're ready for a really good game. Garden City and Holcomb both have signs, getting a little personal, the student section signs with the players of the other team. So definitely a little bit of rivalry and a little bit of attitude. I'm just ready for the excitement. I think it's going to be a great matchup.
Definitely, there is a certain level of pettiness between both student sections, and it's time to get this game started. We have number 10, Zach Carlin, and number 42, Vonner Van Cleve on the tip-off here as we start this game in the Garden at Garden City High School. Very noisy here in this gymnasium as we get this game started between the Garden City Buffaloes and the Holcomb Longhorns. Holcomb wins the tip-off. That is number 3, Brendan Stegman, coming to the top of the arc. He passes it to number 1, that is Michael Roth, but gets back the ball to Stegman. Stegman at the top of the arc, getting it to number 45, Dixon. Back to Stegman. He's near midcourt, looking for some, tries to drive it up to number 23. Now that is Gilbert. Gilbert to Van Cleve. Van Cleve to Roth. And now number 3, Stegman has it at the top. 42, that is Van Cleve. A lot of action going on. A lot of passing for the Holcomb Longhorns, trying to find something. Almost a minute of pure passing here as the stadium is starting to get riled up. Finally, that is Dixon trying to take a 2-point shot and makes it as Holcomb takes a early lead, 2-0. Brunson now takes it to the top of the arc, getting ready for this Garden City offense. Now Springston has it, passes it to Carlin. Carlin comes out to above the arc, now to, that is Dahl, now to Brunson. Brunson tries to take it in, fumbles the ball a little bit. Now it's to Springston at the top of the arc. That is Dahl near side, now all the way up to Elliott and to Springston on the far side. Comes up for a 2-pointer and makes it. That is Springston. It is tied 2-2 now as Holcomb gets back onto offense. That is Stegman, and that is number 42, Van Cleve, and he makes a 3-pointer, 5-2, 6:11 left. Already off to a fast-paced game here. Garden City. That is Brunson taking it out to the top of the arc. Springston on the near side. And there's a fumble for the ball as Springston messes with it. There is a jump ball going on here as Garden City maintains possession of the ball. That is Springston looking for somebody to pass it to. Has quite a bit of suggestions goes to Brunson. Brunson at the top of the arc, taking it to the far side. Comes back to, that is Carlin. Carlin tries to make a three-point, does not make it. Brunson goes up for the rebound and is fouled. That is a Holcomb foul. Brunson goes to the free throw, or excuse me, there is not a free throw. That is on number 2. Number 2? The refs are speaking about it right now. Cooper, a lot of things are going on here tonight. Fast pace already. What do you think is going to happen?
Not sure. The refs are discussing right now. Actually, they're about to make the call. Now they're going to the table to take a look. Oh, Holcomb's coach.
Wow.
Is really getting after it. Garden City starts cheering. Oh, he just looks like it's Buffalo basketball. Springston has it underneath the basket.
Let's see who he goes to. Has a lot of suggestions. Tries to get it to Brunson. Holcomb gets the ball, and there is a foul on the ground.
A lot of fighting over the ball already.
You are correct. It's going to be a great game. Holcomb ball now. That is Stegman taking it for the Holcomb Longhorns. Stegman trying to find something going on here. That is to Roth. Roth now on the far side. Van Cleve tries to get the ball, messes up a little bit, goes around Carlin. Great move. Roth now makes a three-pointer across the arc on the corner. 8-3 now. 5:26 left in the first period. That is Dahl on the far side. Great defense shown by Holcomb. Tip ball, Elliott gets it back to Dahl, now to Carlin, to Brunson, now on the near sideline. It is getting real riled up here, ladies and gentlemen. Springston now tries to drive it in, passes it to DeMarcus Elliott, and it's denied! That is number 23, Trey Gilbert, getting in on the action. Very, very exciting here already as DeMarcus Elliott is fouled. He is now at the free throw line, getting ready for 2 points. What do you think on this, Cooper?
Well, definitely Garden City's got to make their free throws. It's been a big factor in the last 2 games that they've played here in the Garden is the free throws. The big significance has been Garden City misses their free throws, and the opposing teams make all of theirs.
You're right. Free throws are a big part of this game as Stegman and now Van Cleef. And Garden City gets the ball back off a steal. That is Springston now to Dahl. Makes a deep three-point, and he almost makes it. Holcomb gets the rebound. That is Stegman going down now to Roth. Van Cleve now Stegman. Great pick by Holcomb. Stegman goes for a 3, misses it, although Holcomb gets the rebound, tries to put it up, and Garden City foul now. That is number 45. That is Dixon, Kobe Dixon going to the free throw line. I know, I'm trying to get the name.
2 team fouls so far for the Longhorns and the Buffaloes. Dixon makes his first free throw.
No substitutions yet on either side. Makes that second free throw for 10. As soon as I say there are no substitutions, 2 players come in. That is Jordan Smith and Davin Matter. Brunson now commanding this offense as he goes down the court. Now to Springston on the far sideline, looking around to Carlin. Brunson now to Dahl. Dahl tries to drive it in, gets a 2-point, but there is a foul called before he's able to get the 2 points. Not too sure who the foul is on. It is on a number 23. That is Gilbert. for the Longhorns. Garden City maintains possession of the ball right underneath the net. Stegman comes back in. Zach Carlin gets the ball as he just throws it right up there for 2 points. It is now 6-10. A lot of passing going on for the Longhorns around the arc. Looks like there is a foul on the Longhorn, lane violation. Garden City will get the ball back. Great job by the Buffaloes on getting that violation there.
That might explode.
Springston now on the far sideline as he gives it to Carlin on top of the arc. Brunson, great passing going on for the Garden City Buffaloes. Now, Carlin goes for a three, but it does not happen off the edge of the rim as Holcomb now goes a fast lane, or fast going down the court. That is Roth, tries to get the ball, but it is still Holcomb ball as it is out on Garden City. Number 0, Ty Davis comes in for number 1, Jared Springston. Looks like Evan Alameda is also trying to come in. Let's see who he subs out. He subs out Zach Carlin now. So Ty Davis and Evan Alameda in for the game. Still Holcomb ball. Not too sure who's going to be throwing it in. That is Austin Roth now. Passes it to Stegman. Stegman now ready to get things underway. To Mater. Now to Dixon. Roth. And now Smith makes a three from outside the arc. 13-6, 3:23 left in the first period. It's not looking too good for Gardner early in this game.
Yeah, definitely a lot of hard passing and a lot of hustling. Garden City needs to get more development in their plays.
Dahl tries to make a two-pointer. Does not happen as there is fumbling going on with the ball. I'm trying to get the rebound. There's a lot of noise, ladies and gentlemen, in this gymnasium. If it feels like I'm yelling, that's because I am. Just trying to hear myself think and trying to broadcast it to you all here tonight. Great game going on, even though it is 13-6, 3:02 left in the first period. Stegman takes it out to the top of the arc, getting ready to get something happen for these Holcomb Longhorns. Out to Mater. Mater to Dixon. Dixon back to Mater. Mater looking for some. Dixon for three. Misses it. Garden City gets the rebound. That is Dahl. Dahl making a couple of great moves now to Brunson. Brunson now is trying to command this offense, getting something going on. A lot of spinning going around. Evan Alameda now to Elliott. Back to Brunson on the far side. Dahl tries to drive it in. Passes it to DeMarcus Elliott. Great job on DeMarcus Elliott getting the 2 and 1. He was fouled. Time to go for the to the free throw line for DeMarcus Elliott, and trying to make more of that lead shrink down for the Longhorns. Number 42, that is Connor Van Cleve coming in for Dixon. And Cooper, great job by the Garden City Buffaloes on getting that and 1.
Yeah, definitely passing it down to DeMarcus, and him drawing those fouls is what's been happening this last couple days.
DeMarcus Elliott misses that free throw, but Garden City gets the rebound. Brunson now at the top looking to coach for that play. Now ready to command the offense. Passes it to Dahl. Pump fakes back to Elliott. Now to Brunson. Brunson on the far sideline tries to drive it in. Now looking for someone else. Evan Alameda for three. Misses it, and Holcomb gets the ball. Bouncing off of DeMarcus Elliott's head. Kind of funny, but now Roth gets the ball. Now to Van Cleve. Cleve to, that is Mater on Holcomb. Now to Roth to the outside. Now to Smith. Smith fumbles the ball a little bit. Roth trying to pass it near the basket to Roth, but it goes over his hands. Garden City ball now. Looks like it is going to be a timeout. Excuse me, not a timeout. Substitution. That is Derek Sexton coming in for DeMarcus Elliott. A lot has happened, even though there's only 1:38 left in the first period. Griff Brunson now commanding this offense, the senior. Now to Derek Sexton on the near sideline to Ty Davis now. Brunson back again. Down to Ty. Ty outside the arc looking for some. Looks like there is going to be a Holcomb foul. That is Austin Roth. No, it's not. I don't know what's going on. Garden City foul. Holcomb's ball now.
Even the players are a little bit confused right now.
As am I. I'm very confused on what's going on, but I'm still calling this game. Segment now at the top of the arc, getting ready to happen. Roth now at the near sideline, back to Stegman. There is a Holcomb foul. Now I am sure of it. Garden City ball. The student section saying you can't do that. JC Holloway is getting on somebody. He was not too happy. Getting on, now telling to Brunson to let's go. Passes it to Dahl. Dahl fumbles it, and now Holcomb ball. Mater now has it, passes it to Dixon. Now Stegman close, near sideline. There is a foul on Garden City on the ground. Looks like it's going to say Holcomb ball. Stegman's going to try to pass it in, looking for a lot of, he has a lot of options. And now Zach Carlin comes in for Griff Brunson, one leader for another. Zach Carlin also a big part of this Garden City basketball team, a senior also. Stegman passes it to Mater at the top of the arc. Back to Stegman, takes his place at the top. Great defense by Garden City. Dahl on defense. Stegman still has it. Tries to pass it into Roth, and just a bad pass. And now it is Garden City's ball out on Holcomb. Garrett Dahl now taking the place of Brunson at point guard. Getting ready to command this Garden City offense. A lot of things have been going on. Evan Mater now at the near sideline, taking it in for 2 points and just an air ball. Now, great job by Zach Carlin on saving it, but Holcomb maintains possession of the ball. Now Stegman has it at the midcourt line. Great defense by Garden City. Stegman still has it, tries to drive it in, messes the ball a little bit. Van Cleve now has it at the top of the arc. 4-3, a deep three, and he makes it! Wow. At the buzzer of the first period. Great shot by Van Cleve. Your score after 1 quarter of play, it is 16-8. Holcomb leading against Garden City. Garden City still looking for that first win. Cooper, what do you think that Garden City's going to have to do at the end of this first period? Well, down 8 points. It was a different story last night.
It just these last 3 games here. The first game on Friday night or on Thursday night against Purcell. Second game against Palmer Ridge last night, and then the first period here against Holcomb. Each game has felt different. I feel like they're not sticking to one game plan. I feel like they're changing. Things are changing so much, and Garden City last night utilized Elliott great. He worked. I mean, it was absolutely excellent underneath the basket. Elliott drew fouls and scored. No forced shots and no forced passes last night for the Buffaloes, and they did do a lot better. And now tonight, I'm not really sure what I'm seeing. It's a little bit of Elliott, but probably not enough. Holcomb is hustling extremely hard, and a little bit too. I don't know what to say. It's a little chaotic. It's a little it's not in very much control tonight. There's a lot of adrenaline and a lot of emotion here on this court, and definitely some turnovers and some scuffles and some jump balls on the ground are going to be seen as of already and throughout the rest of the game. So I'm not too sure what to think of right now.
You know, a lot of things going on between these two teams. Stegman now has it at the close sideline, trying to pass it to Van Cleve. Van Cleve now to Roth at the top of the arc, goes for 3, misses it, and Holcomb gets it. That's Van Cleve on the rebound, but there is a foul on Garden City. Van Cleve now going to the free throw line. Cooper comes in clutch with a Snickers bar. Van Cleve now going for a free throw as I take a bite of the Snickers bar. And he makes that first free throw. Snickers satisfies.
Oh, man, Hunter.
There
Never
are
a dull
some
moment.
substitutions coming in. As Cooper was saying earlier, DeMarcus Elliott is now back into the game. Let's see if the Garden City Buffaloes can utilize him. Van Cleve misses that second free throw. Elliott gets the rebound, passes it to Dahl. Dahl now going to the top of the arc. Time to command this offense. Back to Carlin. Carlin for three. Misses it, and Holcomb gets the rebound. A lot of pressure from the Garden City Buffaloes. That is Roth traveling on Holcomb, and the coach is not happy with that. Jordan Smith trying to come in, and does for Dixon. The Holcomb sideline is not happy.
A lot of emotion.
Ty Davis now passes it to Garrett Dahl. Garrett Dahl coming to the close sideline, tries to drive it in. Back to Davis. Davis looking for someone else. Evan Alamader now looks to coach. Now to Dahl. Dahl to Evan. Alamader. Now to Zach Carlin. Back to Dahl. A lot of emotion going on. A lot of noise too. Now to Evan. Now to Davis. Davis for three. Misses it. Dahl gets the rebound. Tries to put it back up. Misses that also as Holcomb gets the rebound. Going coast to coast. This segment back to Roth. Roth for two.
A lot of hustle from both sides. Holcomb's just executing better right now.
Holcomb Longhorns are leading the Buffaloes 19-8. Evan Alamader now has the ball, taking it to the top of the arc. Now to Zach Carlin. Carlin goes around. A lot of basketball is being played here. There is a foul on Garden City against Zach Carlin.
A little bit of a forearm shove there as he was going to drive in on the defender.
Jared Springston now comes in for Evan Alamader. Holcomb maintains possession of the ball. That is number 3, Stegman. Stegman now taking it to the top of the arc, ready to command this Holcomb Longhorn offense. Let's see what he does. Now, that is Mater. Mater to Van Cleve. Van Cleve to Roth. Now back to Mater on the far sideline. Mater tries to drive it in, steps out of bounds. Oh, Garden City foul actually before he stepped out of bounds. That is number 1, Jared Springston. That is his second foul of the game. The freshman, Carlos Acosta, number 3, coming in for Jared Springston. It's always exciting to see a freshman come into a varsity game like Carlos Acosta.
It's always exciting, man.
20 Mater makes his first free throw. Added 2. Let's see if he can extend the Longhorns' lead. 20-8 here in the second period. Makes the second free throw. That is DeMarcus Elliott passing it. Now, there's a timeout. Looks like it to be on Garden City. 30-second timeout. Cooper, can you summarize what the heck is going on here?
A lot of hustle, a lot of emotion, out of control. A little bit of inconsistency. One thing I did notice is Holcomb's bench does not have as much depth. At least they're not utilizing as much of it. The substitutions that Holcomb's making is really only 2 different players. Garden City's got, at some points of the first half, they could have an entire different 5 in from their starting 5. Holcomb hasn't had that. Holcomb usually only has 2, 1 or 2 different players from the starting 5, and there's just a few that switch out. A lot of their bench still hasn't even got across the sidelines. And definitely going to be a lot of conditioning here tonight for the Holcomb boys.
Definitely. As Acosta now getting ready to command this offense. The freshman taking it to the top of the arc. Looking for someone to pass it to. Passes it to Carlin. Carlin now takes it to the top. Now all the way down to the basket is to Elliott. Bumbo with the ball.
Just
Looks
barely.
Looks like Elliott touched it last before it went out of bounds, so Holcomb ball now. Stegman now has the ball ready to command this Holcomb offense. Takes it to the top of the arc. Passes it to Mater. Mater now looking for something to happen. Gets a pick. Now to Roth. Roth to Stegman at the top for a deep three off the edge of the rim, but Holcomb gets the rebound and puts it back up as Van Cleve, and he gets the 2 points. 23-8 with 5:11 left to go in the second period as Acosta goes to the top of the arc. Fast game here, ladies and gentlemen, as he passes it to Carlin. Carlin to Davis. Davis now trying to drive it in. Passes it back out to Acosta. Acosta looking for something to happen. Calling the offense to do something.
Acosta looks very calm tonight.
Directing people around. Finally passes it to Carlin. Carlin on the outside. Now to Elliott and back to Acosta near sideline. Now to Dahl. Dahl tries to drive it in back to Davis on the outside. Back to Acosta. Seems like there's a pattern going on now to Carlin. Carlin back to Acosta. Near sideline. Now to DeMarcus Elliott. Now to Carlin for a three. Bounces off the rim. Holcomb gets the rebound. That is Mater. Mater on Holcomb, not to get him confused with Evan Alamater.
Actually is distant relation. Even with me, I'm actually related to both of them.
Oh, so
little distant. Not very immediate, but still, technically, we share blood.
Definitely. So I will try to differentiate what I mean by Evan Alamater and
Devin Mater.
You know what I mean. Head coach Chad Novak is coaching the Holcomb Longhorns, and Coach J.C. Holloway is coaching the Garden City Buffaloes. Cooper, what do you think that Garden City's going to have to calm down here and think that they're starting off a little too fast?
Well, you know, I'm not quite sure. I mean, I haven't really been able to figure out what the strategy is here. Obviously, coming into last night's game, going to Elliott immediately was very effective. I haven't really seen anything noticeable tonight with the Buffaloes.
Yeah, a lot of chaos going on. Holcomb now has it. Roth passes it to Dixon. Dixon looking underneath, passes it out to Mater. Mater now to Van Cleve, now to Roth. Roth tries to drive it in for two. Is fouled, does not get the 2 points, but is going to the free throw line now.
Big over the back.
That is number 2, Garrett Dahl, on the over the back foul. As Roth goes in for the free throw now, 1 of 2. Let's see if he makes it. Bounces off the rim for the first free throw, misses it.
A lot of great athletes out here on this wood floor tonight.
A lot of chaos going out. Makes his second free throw. That is Elliott passing it to Dahl now. Dahl going to the top of the arc. Dahl to Davis. Davis now drives it in and passes it out to Acosta. Acosta for three from the corner. Misses it, but Holcomb gets the rebound jump ball. Garden City basketball. As you could hear the announcer, Mr. John Ford, or I'm just going to call him Coach Ford. Garden City ball now. Garrett looking for Carlin. Carlin to Davis. Back to Dahl. Dahl tries to drive it in for two. Off the edge of the rim, as that is Van Cleve coming down with the ball. Going to the other side. Now passing it to Smith. Smith tries to make a three, but Garden City gets the ball now. Long pass to Acosta. Acosta tries to go for three, but is denied. Wow, that is number 35, Jordan Smith. That looked a lot like what, oh gosh, what's his name? LeBron James did in the finals of the NBA, in the NBA finals.
Yeah, there's
just batting that away, saying not in my house.
Definitely. Came down on Acosta. Definitely a good way for Acosta to stay calm, just focus on the rim, try to put up the layup, and trust that the foul's coming behind him.
Acosta making that first free throw of two.
Acosta definitely looks a lot more calm tonight.
He does, even though there's a lot of chaos going around him. I bet you, for him, a lot of things are going into slow motion.
Davis and Elliott down low, definitely a lot more aggressive just in this last 30 seconds to a minute that I've noticed. Working together and being extremely forceful underneath that basket.
Acosta makes that second free throw. Now Stegman has it at the far sideline, passes it to Van Cleve. Van Cleve's trying to drive it in. No, that is Smith. Smith gets the ball taken away, but not before a foul on Garden City. Smith now at the free throw line.
Acosta snagged that ball and took off and was running for the hills, only to get the whistle blown, turning around, and he looked a little disappointed there. He got pretty excited.
Definitely, I would get excited too if I had the ball in the varsity game. Smith makes that, or excuse me, he misses that first free throw. A lot of noise coming from the Garden City student section as he is facing that side. A lot of movement, a lot of red, white, and blue as it is America night. Misses that second free throw, but that is Van Cleve getting the rebound, but tries to put it back up, and Garden City gets the rebound. That is Zach Carlin passing it to Ty Davis. Ty Davis, Carlin now to Dahl. Dahl to Elliott on the underside, back to Carlin. Carlin for two, misses it, and Elliott hits it out of bounds. Holcomb ball. There are some substitutions going on. Smith comes out as Roth comes in.
Game definitely slowing down and getting more orderly and structured as I think everybody's tank is starting to run a little bit lower on fuel than they did at the start.
Van Cleve going for two. Makes it. Looks like there was a Garden City foul on Evan Alamader. Refs are discussing it. They're pointing at Evan Alamader, not too sure what's going to happen. It is a foul on Evan Alamader. Looks like Dixon is going for the free throw line to take two shots. Misses that first free throw. Derek Sexton coming in for Evan.
I'm not even sure if I saw what Evan did. I mean, he was standing there as the whistle blew. I don't even think he knew for a minute there.
I don't think anybody knew what happened there. Dixon goes up for that second free throw and makes it. Garden City ball now. Dahl going to the top of the arc. Now to Sexton. Davis at the top, now to Dahl. Dahl trying to drive it in, passes it out to Davis. Davis for three, misses, and Holcomb gets the rebound. Stegman now goes back onto offense. Definitely one thing that I noticed is that Garden City's not going for them rebounds anymore and not pressing on defense.
Well, definitely not making their shots from outside the arc with the significant amount of shots they've taken from out there.
Stegman has it, looking for something to happen. Passes it out to Mater. Mater to Stegman now. Stegman commanding this offense still. Now to Mater. Mater trying to pass the Roth, but is intercepted by Zach Carlin. Carlin now going on to offense. Davis. Davis now to Dahl. Dahl to Carlin. Carlin pump fakes, passes it underneath to Sexton. Sexton up for two, but misses as Holcomb gets the rebound. Now to Stegman, back on offense. Stegman to Roth. Roth back to Stegman to Van Cleve. Now to Mater as he tries to get three, misses. Garden City gets the rebound. That is Dahl. Dahl to Acosta. Now to Davis. Back to Acosta. Now back to Davis at the corner. Traveling on Davis. That's going to be a turnover on Garden. Holcomb ball.
27-10, Buffaloes are down by 17 here with 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the second period. 10 fouls for the team, for the Buffaloes, and 16 fouls for the Longhorns.
6 fouls for the Longhorns, but it has been chaotic here. Now Roth has the ball to Stegman, now to Van Cleve. Van Cleve to Smith. Smith to Dixon, trying to go underneath. Dahl had it before it went out of bounds. Holcomb ball. Back to the action. Stegman tries to go for three, misses it. Garden ball. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Holcomb. That is Connor Van Cleve.
Excellent, excellent work underneath the basket by the freshman Acosta, boxing Van Cleve out. Keep in mind that Acosta's only 5'9" freshman, and you know, Van Cleve is, well, he's like 6'4", 6'5". Definitely weighing a lot more and measuring a lot more.
Van Cleve's that's actually coming in at 6'7".
6'7".
Dixon, the 6'8" junior, getting the rebound there as Acosta misses the free throw. Stegman now comes down to the top of the arc. Commanding this offense now to Roth, back to Stegman. Stegman looking for some. Roth at the far sideline. Back to Stegman. To Smith, now to Mater. Mater back to Stegman. Smith, Mater. Roth at the across the court. Now back to Smith. Smith at the top to Stegman at half court. Stegman now to Roth at the far end. Roth to Stegman, and a Mater trying to get three at the corner. Misses it as the period runs out. Your halftime score is the Holcomb Longhorns leading the Garden City Buffaloes 27-10. Cooper, what's going to happen now? What is Garden City going to have to do coming out for this second half?
I don't know. They're definitely going to have to figure out how to just get to the basket, period. Really, it's just there just hasn't been very many good looks to the basket, period. The shots that have been taken, and you know, some of them have been forced, and a lot of them have just been well guarded. But both teams hustling very hard. Holcomb showing up onto the court with better defense. So really, Garden City is going to have to find a different tactic just to get to the rim, because what's happening right now, there's just a lot of misses.
You are right, Cooper. Well, we're going to take a break for a halftime. You're watching BBS TV Channel 21, also live stream on YouTube, and listening live on KBFZ LP 101.7 The Herd. We'll be right back for the second half. Garden City trailing Holcomb Longhorns 27-10. We're back to Garden City High School, where the Holcomb Longhorns are facing off against Garden City Buffaloes, leading the Buffaloes by a commanding 17 points, 27 to 10 at halftime. We're going to come back to your second half here in just about a minute 50 seconds. There's just been a lot of chaos going on. I'm still waiting on my color commentator, Cooper Thayer. Whenever he gets here, we'll get his analysis. Yes, Cooper. Cooper, tell me what's going on. What is Garden City going to have to do at the start of the second half?
I might be crazy. Coach Holloway has those guys huddled up and everybody's peeking in. Looks like they're drawing something up still. So hopefully they both teams collected a little bit during halftime, and it's going to be an even better second half. Hopefully.
Let's see what the Garden City Buffaloes are going to have to do coming into the second half. Starting is DeMarcus Elliott, Griff Brunson, Jared Springston, and Garrett Dahl for the Buffaloes. We have Stegman coming in. Now to Smith at the close sideline. Knocked out of bounds by DeMarcus Elliott, but a foul looks to be against DeMarcus Elliott. Holcomb ball right underneath their own basket. Stegman passes it to Smith. Smith trying to drive it in. 4-2 at the free throw line. Misses it, but Van Cleve gets the rebound and puts it up for 2 points for Holcomb. Fast start for Holcomb. Now Garden City back onto offense. Griff Brunson commanding this offense now to Zach Carlin. Carlin pump fakes, tries to drive it in. Pump fakes again, and now to Griff Brunson. Brunson fakes driving it in, now tries to drive it in. Looks like it's going to be a foul against Holcomb. Garden City's ball still. Brunson going to the free throw line. No, he's not. Still Garden City's ball. But Brunson is at the free throw line. Dahl trying to pass it in. Carlin now to Brunson. Brunson at the top of the arc, tries to drive it in. Now to Springston. Springston tries to pump fakes again. Now to Dahl. Dahl pump fakes. Brunson now to Carlin. Carlin on the opposite side of the court. Now stolen by that is Stegman. Stegman calmly going to the top of the arc. 19-point lead for Holcomb. That is Dixon at the top. Now to Roth. Roth to Stegman at the close sideline. DeMarcus Elliott tries to come in and disrupt things, but it is still Holcomb's ball. Stegman trying to find someone to pass it into. Has many options. Decides to go to Gilbert. Gilbert at the top of the arc goes to Roth now. Roth to Dixon. Dixon tries to pass it into Van Cleve. Van Cleve misses it. Looks like it's going to be a Holcomb ball. Touched Jared Stoppel before it went out of bounds. So Holcomb ball now. Stegman looking for someone to pass it into. Has many choices. Decides to go to Roth right underneath the basket. Tries to put it up for two and is fouled after going for two. Van Cleve was also on the ground.
Absolutely mowed over by DeMarcus Elliott.
Roth now at the free throw line, 1 of 2. Looked like a football hit by DeMarcus Elliott.
Yeah, definitely.
Roth makes his first free throw as the Holcomb student section dabs. A popular dance move out here from the younglings. I shouldn't really say anything because I'm only a junior. Anyway, Roth makes his second free throw as the Holcomb student section dabs again. Garden City's ball now. Holcomb Longhorns have held Garden City to only 10 points, but with a commanding lead of 21, 31 to 10 are the Holcomb Longhorns against the Garden City Buffaloes. Buffaloes still looking for their first win of the season. 0 for 2 here at home, 0 for 5 overall. Griff Brunson now passes it to Springston. Springston trying to make something happen. Fumbles the ball a little bit. Now passes it to Carlin. Carlin tries to go for 2, misses it. And Holcomb tries to get the rebound, but not before a foul on Holcomb.
That's 2 team fouls for the Buffaloes and the Longhorns each. We're only a minute and 43 seconds into the third period.
Garrett Dahl has lots of resources to go to. Mater now comes in for Roth. Carlin now to Brunson. Brunson trying to make something happen, tries to drive it in, passes it to Carlin. Carlin trying to pass it to Davis, but it is out of bounds on Holcomb. Holcomb does not like that call. Correction, now the referees, after talking it over, it is now Holcomb ball. Stegman now goes calmly to the top of the court with a comfortable, very comfortable 21-point lead. Passes it to Mater. Mater back to Stegman. Stegman to Van Cleve. Van Cleve to, oh, that's Mater. Van Cleve now tries to put up 2, but rebound. That is Dahl. Dahl now coming in, putting some fancy moves, passes it to Carlin. Carlin to Brunson. Van Cleve, or excuse me, Stegman was on the floor. Springston now has it. Davis. Brunson. Far sideline. Brunson, great defense by Holcomb. Brunson tries to drive it in. Gets the and one.
Wow.
Great job by Griff Brunson at maintaining his focus and putting the basketball into the hoop for 2 and getting the and one. Looks like there's going to be a substitution for Van Cleve.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. Brunson weaving, spinning from the top of the arc all the way through the paint to the rim, in between 3 defenders, and then over Van Cleve.
Great job. Jordan Smith comes in for Van Cleve. Griff Brunson misses his free throw, but Stegman now has it. Stegman to Mater. Mater back to Stegman. Looks like it's going to be a foul against Holcomb. A team foul. It is now Garden City's ball. 5 fouls against the Longhorns. 2 fouls for the Buffaloes. But the Longhorns are still leading 31-12 against the Buffaloes. Brunson now taking it to the top of the arc. Cooper, what are Garden City going to have to do?
Well, definitely make shots, just like the one that Garrett Dahl just pulled off on the right side for 2. Great shot, great execution, good jumper.
Stegman now has it, passes it to Mater. Mater back to Stegman. Stegman to, that is Gilbert. Gilbert tries to go for 3, misses it, but Garden City gets the rebound. That is Brunson now taking it to the top of the arc, commanding this offense, calling plays. Garden City really having a hard time in communicating and trying to move the basketball. Brunson has it. Commanding a lot of people. Calling Davis for a pick. Doesn't work out. Passes it to Davis. Davis tries to drive in. Trips under his own 2 feet. Holcomb ball now.
Tough play.
That was a team foul against Garden City. They are now have 3 fouls against Garden City against Holcomb's 5 fouls, but Holcomb still in a comfortable lead, 31-14, 4:12 left to go in the third period. Mater comes down, passes it to Crane, Steve Crane. Now Gilbert to Stegman. Stegman tries to pass it, tries to go in, Fancy moves by Stegman, goes up for two. 33-14 now. Longhorns still in the lead.
Excellent play by Stegman.
Springston tries to drive it in for two. Misses it, gets on himself about that. I would not blame him. Mater now takes it to Stegman. Stegman now commanding this offense. Back to Mater on the far sideline. Mater to Stegman. Now to Gilbert. 4-3 from the corner. Does a toilet bowl rim. Bounces in and out. Brunson fast break. Down the paint. Trips. And it is still Garden City's ball. Evan Alamater now coming in for Jared Springston. Team foul against, or excuse me, now there's a 30-second timeout for Holcomb. Cooper. The Buffaloes are having a hard time communicating and trying to get plays together.
Yep, it's pretty evident. And senior Griffin Brunson is really hustling his tail off as he's been trying to make something happen. And this entire game, but this last period especially, he's ended up on the wood floor and everything. And he's definitely busting his tail. And it just seems like the rest of the Buffalo squad just doesn't quite have that energy level. Holcomb is staying fairly consistent throughout the game. Still good energy level. And still same game plan, and it's working.
Definitely. Evan Alamater now trying to passes it to Dahl for three. Makes it.
There's what.
Fast start from the timeout for the Garden City Buffaloes. Now, fast start for Stegman as he passes it to Mater. Mater back to Stegman at the top of the arc. Stegman now to Mater. Mater tries to drive it in. Back to Stegman. Stegman tries to pass it in to Crane. Crane and back to Stegman. Stegman almost loses the ball. Throws it back over the head, granny style. That is Smith. Smith to Mater. Back to Stegman. Great job by Stegman for keeping the ball into play and trying to stay in, keeping out of the.
Wow.
Gosh, what am I thinking? The foul. Garden City takes the ball back. That was Carlin. Now back to Brunson at the top of the arc trying to get a play together.
Now I'm seeing it, Hunter. The defensive plan has changed. See if the offensive plan changes.
Garrett Dahl for three off the rim, but not before a foul. Garrett Dahl going to the free throw line for two.
Well, we just saw the same offensive play type 2 times in a row there. Coach J.C. Holloway having Dahl swing around the outside of the arc and just a catch, pass, and release of the shot. Bang, bang play, both of them by Dahl.
Makes that free throw, his second free throw. Looks like he's actually going for one more free throw.
See if he can put in his third free throw.
Does make that free throw. Now 33-19, 2:22 left to go in the third period. That is Mater. Now to Roth. Garrett Dahl puts his hand in there. Fast break down the court and lays it up there for two. 33-21. Longhorns still in the lead. 2 minutes left in the third period. A lot of action going on here, folks. Mater now pump fakes, looking for something to happen, and passes it to Roth. Roth to Smith. Smith back to Roth. Now to Mater. That is Gilbert. Gilbert back to Mater. Mater to Roth. Van Cleve puts it up for two for Holcomb. 35-21. 1:30 left to go in the third period. Brunson now going to the top of the arc.
Dahl and Brunson showing a little bit of fire here.
There, of course. Now Dahl pump fakes again. Now to Carlin. Carlin at the top of the arc to Brunson. Brunson now takes his place, tries to drive it in. Back to David. David to Dahl. Dahl tries to drive it in for two. Off the rim and tries to get his own rebound. Doesn't work. Holcomb now gets the ball. That is Roth at the top of the, or traveling down to the top of the arc. Less than a minute to go here in the third period. Mater pump fakes, now back to Roth. Roth all the way to the corner to Smith. There is a foul against Holcomb, team foul against Holcomb. That is their 6th foul. Dixon comes in, same thing for Stegman. Garden City ball now. Brunson, Garrett Dahl taking the place for Brunson for point guard. Evan Alamader coming out to the wing, now to Carlin. Carlin to Mater. Evan Alamader. Alamader looking to Dahl. Dahl spins. Back to Davis. Davis tries to drive it in for 2.
Wow.
And out.
Wow. Great
Holcomb.
floater attempt by Davis, just missed.
Holcomb gets the ball back. Stegman looks like they're stalling now. Coming to 15 seconds left in the 3rd period. Stegman's just there dribbling the ball. Not really a lot of things going on. Oh, there we go. Some action now. Pressure by the Garden City defense. That is
Van Cleve for the missed 3 from the left side corner. 3rd period's over.
There's so much chaos going around here. We're going to take a break. You're watching BBS TV Channel 21, live streaming on YouTube and live on KBFZ LP 101.7 The Herd. You're listening to Buffalo Sports. We're back in the Garden. You're listening to Buffalo Sports. My name is Hunter Manley alongside my color commentator, Cooper Thayer. Holcomb Longhorns are leading the Garden City Buffaloes 35-21. At the beginning of the 4th period, Ty Davis now back to Brunson. Brunson pump fakes down the paint, now passes back to Evan Alamader. Alamader, there's a whistle. Looks like it to be against Holcomb. Foul. 7 fouls now for the game for Holcomb against Evan Alamader. Alamader now at the free throw line looking to get 2 from this. 2 very passionate basketball programs is happening now. Evan makes his first free throw. Probably the most quiet that the stadium has been since the game started. Evan Alamader misses his 2nd free throw. Holcomb ball now. Stegman now has it, taking it to the top of the arc. Now to, that is...
Devin Mater missed 3.
Garden City ball now after the rebound. That is Brunson to Alamader. Alamader trying to make something happen, going down the paint. 4-2 misses. Van Cleve gets the rebound back to Holcomb ball. Stegman now going down the court. Passes it to Mater. Mater back to Stegman. Back to Mater. Back to Stegman. To Gilbert. Gilbert to back to Stegman. Stegman to Van Cleve. Looks like there's going to be a Garden City foul against Van Cleve. It's going to stay Holcomb's ball. Number 1, Austin Roth coming into the game. Or excuse me, Michael Roth. Stegman trying to look for someone to pass it into, has many many choices, goes to Gilbert. Gilbert tried to go for two, but not before another Garden City foul. Looks like that's going to be against Dahl. Gilbert's going to go to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, Dahl definitely went up to block that shot that Gilbert took and came down and got charged with the foul, and he definitely didn't agree with it.
Gilbert misses his first free throw. Let's see what he can do for his second free throw. A lot of noise here in the Garden, but still able to maintain focus and drive in that basket. Griff Brunson now going to the top of the arc. Brunson to Davis. Davis to Alamader. Alamader traveling to the front. Now back to Brunson. Brunson drives in. Goes for
Almost
two.
an and
Almost
one.
gets the and one. Still going to the free throw line. Great job by Brunson there getting the foul.
Brunson still definitely is still keeping it going as he keeps pushing and pushing with the hustle.
That is against number 23, Trey Gilbert, his third foul of the game.
Brunson misses his first free throw.
Let's see if he can make his second free throw here. A lot of things going on here in the Garden. Makes his second free throw. Now it's time for Holcomb to do some work. 6:40 left in the fourth period. Longhorns still winning 36-23, but Garden City has put up a lot of points. Gilbert tries to put up two, misses, and Garden City gets a rebound. Fast break down the court. That is Dahl. Dahl for three, misses. Alamader gets the rebound, passes it to Brunson. Brunson tries to go for two and misses. Garden City foul. That is their fifth foul of the game as a team. Number
Brunson.
32, Alamader. Marcus Elliott is not happy with that call. Derek Sexton coming in for Elliott.
Brunson was extremely upset about that one.
Again, the Buffaloes are looking for their first win all season. They're 0 for 2 at home and 0 for 5 overall. Putting up a tough game against Palmer Ridge last night. Stegman now has it to Gilbert. Gilbert back to Stegman. All the way to Van Cleve at the corner. Back to Gilbert. Gilbert to Stegman at the top of the arc. All the way to the corner. That is Smith. Misses the three. Alamader gets a rebound to Ty Davis. Alamader now pump fakes to Brunson at the top of the arc now to Dahl for a deep three. Knocks that one down.
That's
Calls
where it's
the
at.
Titanic because it just got sunk. It is a timeout now to Garden City, a 30-second timeout. You know, Cooper, a lot of things have been going on for Garden City, but they have brought it up to 10 points from a 21-point deficit. Now only
Definitely.
10 points behind Longhorns. Do you think that they might be able to bring a comeback here?
Oh yeah, definitely. Anything is possible right now. With 5 minutes and 33 seconds left in the fourth period, I mean 5 and a half minutes is a lot, especially whenever you're only down by 10. I mean you can get 10 points in a minute of the game. I mean, and with this fast-paced offense that we saw last night from the Buffaloes, it's definitely very possible. But I think the key here is Dahl, after he just hit his third clutch three, and I think that's going to be a big tool and maybe the determining factor here at the end of the game if it comes down to a nail biter.
Definitely. Now Holcomb now has the offensive ball. Stegman going to the top of the arc. Has Roth talking to Roth and passes it to him. Back to Stegman. All the way to Gilbert. Now back to Roth. Roth to Stegman. Stegman back to Roth. Roth trying to do something. Gilbert all the way at the other side of the court at the corner. Back to Roth. Back to Stegman. Stegman to Van Cleve. Van Cleve pump fakes, tries to drive it in, but bounces it back to Stegman. Stegman now to Roth. Roth back to Stegman. Stegman to Van Cleve on the other side of the court, still at the corner. Roth Now to Stegman. A lot of passing going on for Holcomb. Looks like it's going to be a Garden City foul. Holcomb's going to maintain possession of the ball as Roth goes to the free throw line for 2.
Well, 4 minutes, 53 seconds left in the fourth period. Obviously, this game's getting close to an end, but there's still a significant amount of time. Buffaloes can definitely win. So now is where the fouls are really going to become a factor, as well as the turnovers.
You are definitely correct, as Roth misses his free throw. Garden City gets the rebound as Brunson takes it now to Dahl. Dahl commanding this offense to Davis at the top. Brunson takes Davis' spot now to Dahl. Dahl pump fakes to Brunson now. Brunson to Davis. Davis back to Brunson. Brunson now tries to drive it in back to Alamader. Alamader to Sexton. Sexton at the top of the arc. 4-2. In and out. And Holcomb gets the rebound. That is Dixon with the rebound. Now to Stegman. Stegman taking it to the top of the arc. Telling this Holcomb offense to let's party it up. Stegman passes it to Roth. Roth to, that is Gilbert. Gilbert tries to go for 2. It's going to be a foul on Van Cleve. Van Cleve does not, and I repeat, does not agree with the call. Garden City ball now.
Garden City's definitely missed a lot of shots in this game. It is a big factor. Definitely some things different from the other nights, and definitely some things improved. But one thing is there's been a lot of missed shots, Hunter.
Definitely. Garden City's going to have to start watching what they shoot here. Still under 10 points, 26-36. Longhorns leading with 4 minutes left in the fourth period. Alamader making his first free throw.
That was huge.
That was a huge free throw. Only down 9 points now in the last period. Still 4 minutes left to go. Let's see if he can make his second free throw.
And he does. Nice.
Swishes it. That is Roth now with the ball. Passes it to Stegman. Stegman now to the top of the arc. Stegman to Gilbert. Gilbert back to Stegman. Bounce passing it. Stegman to Roth. Roth back to Stegman. Stegman to Dixon underneath. Back to Roth. Back to Stegman. Drives it in. 4-2. In and out, but goes finally back in off the backboard. Brunson now has still a 10-point game. 38-28 with 3:30 left to go in the fourth period. Brunson passes it to Dahl. Dahl back to Brunson. Brunson to Carlin now. Pump fakes, tries to drive it in. Passes it to Davis. Davis for 2. Misses. Tries to get the rebound, but still Holcomb ball now. That is Stegman on the rebound.
As I mentioned earlier, just the missed shots by Garden City is really making probably the biggest impact here.
Possibly. Now Gilbert has the ball. Looks like it's going to be a travel on Gilbert. Garden City ball. That is Carlin. Good to pass it into Brunson.
Buffalo's still down by 10 with 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in the fourth period. Longhorns 38, Buffalo's 28.
Roth coming up to Brunson saying, hey man, time to play some defense. And now Alamader trying to bring it in. 4-2.
Wow!
That two-pointer. Alamader is pumped up after that. A huge two-pointer.
Wow.
Only down 8 now.
Excellent.
38-30. 2:45 left to go in the fourth period. Stegman to Gilbert. Gilbert back to Stegman. Stegman at the top of the arc. Great defense by Garden City. Now to Gilbert tries to drive it in for 2. Misses it. Van Cleve tries to get it up there. Misses that also off the rim. But now Dixon going to the line after a Garden City foul. Dixon going to the foul line for 2. Okay, you're good.
Dixon makes his free throw. He comes back up to the line to get another one.
The Holcomb student section still dabs as the Garden City student section are saying something.
Telling athletic
Gilbert
director.
misses his second free throw. Garden City now has the ball. Looks like it's going to be a timeout on Garden City.
The student section was yelling at the new athletic director, Drew Tone, telling him to do something. He's blushing, turning red down there on the bench, laughing, shaking his head. Wonder what they were telling him to do.
He looks more red than the red, white, and blue all over the student section, as it is America Night here in Garden City.
Holcomb student section is Christmas themed. All got their ugly Christmas sweaters that their crazy aunt or something gave them, right? Yeah. Cheerleaders out of the court now. Giving somebody and everybody here to something to look at while the teams gather back around, huddle up and figure out their tactics. Buffalo's down by 9 points. Longhorns up 39, Buffalo's 30. 2 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the fourth period. Hunter, this is coming very, very tight. It's going to take a bunch of clutching up to do and a lot of shot execution and good discipline to keep away the fouls. I'm excited.
Definitely, the Holcomb Longhorns have been battling through a 10-point, 8-point, and now a 9-point lead. 39-30 with 2:24 left in the fourth period. Let's see if the Buffaloes can pull out 9 points after a tough game of missing shots, a lot of fouls. Let's see if they can win this game. Dahl now takes it to the top of the arc. Getting ready to command this offense. A lot of movement going around. Dahl has it, pump fakes, tries to drive it in for two.
Yes, got it!
A big two for Garden City.
Wow.
Holcomb now has a segment to the top of the arc. A lot of emotion going on. Gilbert now has a segment at the corner of the close sideline. Underneath the basket now, Gilbert has it at the top of the arc. To Smith, back to Stegman. Stegman now trying to drive it back in. To Gilbert. Gilbert now back to Smith. Smith to Stegman. Stegman for three.
Wow.
That 32-32, 10-point lead for Holcomb. It is going to be a timeout.
Wow.
For Holcomb, a full minute timeout. I'm going to catch my breath. You're listening to KBFZ LP, watching live on YouTube and on BBS TV channel 21. We will be right back in about 45 seconds. We're back to Garden City as you're listening to Buffalo Sports. Holcomb Longhorns are facing off against Garden City Buffaloes in basketball with a 10-point lead, 42-32, 1:40 left in the fourth period. Garden City is having a hard game, missing shots and a lot of fouls here. Let's see if they can pull this off.
Huge, coming in from a timeout. Huge three-pointer made by Stegman on the right side of the wing, really getting the place riled up.
Brunson now passing it to Carlin. Carlin back to Dahl. Dahl at the top of the arc. 4-3. Off the edge of the rim. Off of Gilbert's head. Now into Stegman's hands. Holcomb ball. Alamader pushing. Garden City now is putting some pressure on the Holcomb Longhorns. Stegman still has the ball. Stegman, Van Cleve. Now Gilbert. Gilbert. No, that's not Gilbert.
Devin Mader.
That is Mader.
Knocked out by senior Griffin Brunson. It's Holcomb's ball.
Stegman looking for somebody to pass it into, has lots and lots of choices. Garden City is putting up one heck of a defense here, putting a lot of pressure. A timeout for Holcomb. We're going to take another break. You're listening to Buffalo Sports on BBS TV channel 21, live on YouTube and on KBFZ LP 101.7 The Herd. We're back to the Garden in Garden City High School where the Longhorns of Holcomb and the Buffaloes of Garden City are facing off in basketball. Holcomb Longhorns have a steady 10-point lead, 42-32, 1:08 left in the fourth period. That is Roth looking for someone to pass to. Passes it along to Stegman.
Wow.
He loses possession of the ball as it rolls out of bounds. Garden City ball.
Wow.
It just goes off of his hands.
Definitely went through his hands, partially hit some of his knee.
Big possession for the Garden City Buffaloes as Alamader passes it to Dahl. Back to Alamader. Alamader for three, misses it. Van Cleve gets the rebound. A lot of Buffaloes there.
Wow.
Wow.
Carlin, Mater, and Davis, all three of them pressing on Van Cleve as he was down into the paint on the other end of the court, trying to get the ball out.
Cooper has such a calm voice in this chaotic time. I'm about to lose my voice here. Van Cleve now to the foul line. 4-2 as it was a foul on Garden City. It is their 9th foul. Both teams have 9 fouls as the Holcomb Longhorns are leading. It's still 10. Now make it 11 as Van Cleve makes that first free throw. Cooper, 11 points in. This is probably their biggest lead since the third or even halftime. Now it's 12 points as he makes his second free throw. Garden City's going to have to pull something out of here.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need to start making their shots. They're getting really good opportunities, but not making them.
Dahl, step back for three, not making it. Off the rim, Buffaloes get the rebound, try to put it back up.
Brunson misses the putback. Gilbert rebounds it, but then falls to the ground. It's ruled a travel. Buffalo possession underneath the basket. Mater's ready to inbound it.
Less than 45 seconds left. Mater tosses it inbounds.
Wow.
Dahl, as he tries to keep it in bounds, just gives it to the Holcomb Longhorns. But as Mater was trying to go down the line, looks like he stepped out of bounds. 38 seconds left. Longhorns leading by 12. The fourth period. I don't think Garden City's going to be able to come back from this one.
38.1 seconds left on the clock. Dahl gets it.
Dahl gets it at the top of the arc. Dahl tries to drive it in, gets hit in the face, wipes it off.
Looks like it got him in the right eye.
Holcomb ball. That is a Garden City foul, offensive foul. Just kidding. It is against Holcomb. Dahl goes to the free throw line for two. After practically almost getting punched in the face there.
A good drive by Dahl.
Just jokes trying to liven the mood here. Dahl makes his first free throw. Cuts the lead down to 10. That's not 10, only 11. 44-33, Longhorns are leading against Buffaloes. 30.6 seconds left in the fourth period. Dahl for his second free throw makes it. A swish. Holcomb now just trying to stall. Van Cleve is stuck in between two Buffalo players, but tries to get it to Smith and goes over his hands. Out of bounds, Garden City ball.
And into the hands of Garrett Dahl's dad. A few rows up in the bleachers.
Zach Carlin at the near sideline, ready to bounce pass this into somebody. Passes it to Dahl. Dahl now travels around, tries to go in and tries to put it up for two. Passes it to Davis. Davis to Carlin for three, misses it, and now Stegman gets the rebound. Stegman has a lot of pressure on him. 8 seconds left, 11 points ahead, and Holcomb starting to celebrate as there's only 8 seconds left. Holcomb still has 11 points in the fourth period. That is Stegman at the foul line at 4-2.
Holcomb's student section jumping up and down and stomping on the bleachers, definitely getting rowdy. They're excited as their senior Brandon Stegman comes up for the free throw. Misses the first one, 8 seconds left, and
I don't think the free throws matter now.
They do not, but just to know that this is pretty much it. One half of the stadium is loud, and the other one is quiet.
A lot of turmoil between these two teams.
Garrett Dahl with an
Dahl.
extremely hard hustle.
Garrett Dahl makes 2 points as the clock runs out. Garden City was not able to produce at home at all for 3 games, going 0 for 3, now 0 for 6 for the whole season. Cooper, what do you think that Garden City just did not do this game?
Well, there's all kinds of things that you can nitpick at, but I mean, obviously the first one is just lots of missed shots. I mean, you know, good shot opportunities. Don't feel like they forced very much. They just didn't make them. And you know, you have those days. You have, you know, it's whatever. Get in the gym, practice, keep shooting, keep doing what you're doing, see what you can do. But on Holcomb's behalf, great game. Way to come in here. Not very much substitutions as far as depth. I mean, really, Garden City had a lot of guys coming in and out, fresh set of legs fairly often. Holcomb keeping their endurance and their stamina, being headstrong through that game and executing and sticking with it and coming up with a good win. So Holcomb's behalf, a good game. Garden City and Holcomb both well-fought game. A lot of hustle, a lot of talent out here on this floor, a lot of great players.
Great job by Holcomb coming out the win here in Garden, the in-county rivalry. Looks like Holcomb has the bragging rights.
For now.
We would like to thank you for tuning in to Buffalo Sports. On behalf of BBS TV, KBFZLP 101.7 The Herd, and streaming live on YouTube, my name's Hunter Manley, doing play-by-play with my color man, Cooper Thayer. We thank you for listening to Buffalo Sports. And until next time, January 3rd, the Garden City Buffaloes will be heading against the Hugoton Eagles here in Garden City. And until then, have a great and awesome day, and it's always a great day to be a Buffalo.